folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man, at your services. Oh, it will. Hope you're all doing very well. Yeah, Ennio Morricone, the good, the bad and the ugly. The good being the music, the bad being, well, possibly that guy there, and the ugly being, how dare you? Yes, 'twould be me. But let's be honest, he ain't that bad after all, is he? Hope you're all doing very well. This little video right now is to address a couple of things, just a couple of things. I've been asked where I've been. It's only been a couple of days since I did a video. But the reason why I've not been around for the last 2 days is because one of those days was my father's funeral. Yes, as many of you will know. But I've had people asking me, oh, I've missed the Kilted Antics. Normally get a video every day, and normally you do. But that'd be why, what's up, what's happened? But many other people have been saying, oh, how did it go? Hope everything went well. And your concerns and sentiments have been very warmly received. Once again, folks, the Kilted clan, the extended Kilted clan, have been brilliant. It's a very troubling time, I'll be honest. You can see by my, I'm looking at myself right now. Whereas I would normally be looking at myself and thinking, yeah, you should be in movies. Wow, look at you. That rich, rebellious hair, that rugged, adventurous, heroic face. Now I'm looking at someone who has got saddlebags beneath his eyes, crow's feet, wrinkles, and just the fire in the eyes isn't quite as energetic and enthusiastic. Folks, I'm knackered. With the whole build up to my dad's funeral, which took a lot longer than obviously normally because of circumstances gripping the world, which I refuse to name. There's a big backlog of funerals and cremations and services. And my dad had a proper full funeral and burial, and we had to wait a good couple of weeks before it took place, which might be nothing. Some people are waiting a hell of a lot longer, but it still proved to be a really bizarre limbo wilderness, which was highly unpleasant to get through. Just such a slog. You need them milestones as part of the whole grieving process. You need to have, like, the funeral, get that out the way, sort out family and friends, get them all there, get the wake done, then that day is over. And then you think that that's it. You're going to slowly just slide down and plateau on the other side of it. Well, that isn't the case, I'll be perfectly honest, and that may be just because of the way things are at the moment, this current situation that we all find ourselves in. We had many people who couldn't make the funeral. They couldn't come because they were restricted. They couldn't come. We had a restriction on numbers at the church and the funeral. So, but we were lucky that we had the full 30. My dad, big Fred Mac, big Kilt-Papa. There should have been hundreds there, and any other time there would have been hundreds. I mean, it's the same for many people who've gone through similar scenarios, of course. And but we got the max. Given the way things are changing on a daily basis, we kind of thought that might get changed at the last minute even, but no. And we got a rainy, freezing cold, perishingly Baltic day for the funeral as well. That's me old man for you. As awkward in death as he was in life. No, I mean, I've never been to a funeral where it hasn't been absolutely, the weather being terrible. It's a funeral, it must be gothic and dismal and despair and gloom and shadow. Why? Why is it got to be like that? But that's how it's always been. We managed to avoid the actual rain itself at the graveside, and it was just windy and cold. But it was alright for me because I was bedecked in hunting Stuart, tartan, an over shoulder. I also had a Zulu Wars British redcoat tunic from the 24th Regiment of Foot, and which is in my dad's honour, of course. And yeah, I was lovely and warm. Wool just keeps you warm, regardless. I could have been on the sides of Everest, you know, I'd still be sweating cobs. But yeah, but the funeral went very well. Many people have been asking me, sending their condolences and saying how did it go and all that. Well, it went brilliantly, I've got to say. Everyone who could be there was there, because we have family members around the world who could not attend. They sent comments, thoughts and words over, and yours truly did the reading. So I read those out and I added a smidgen of anecdote of my own, and just an overview really of my old man. And it went down pretty well, I think. The whole thing, it wasn't a morbid misery fest. There was weeping, there was definite moments, but by and large I think it was more upbeat and a bit more positive, and it went very smoothly, and it was the full Requiem Mass. My father would have nothing less, of course, and it all went down very well. And me and my brother, we escorted the coffin into the church. We couldn't carry it because my brother has a bad back. He's a lot older than me and he has a bad back, so that couldn't be done. But what we did, we got the coffin on a trolley. So the urge to pull a wheelie on the way up the aisle was nigh on irresistible. But it was good. And then we escorted it back out again, accompanied by Danny Boy, which was a lovely touch. One of my dad's favourite songs, favourite pieces of music, Danny Boy. And then at the cemetery side, at the grave side, I said to the undertakers, can we be involved in getting it out here as well, and the coffin, and maybe taking it over to the graveside? Yes, of course, yeah. So we took our positions and we carried it over. But what I didn't realise was that because you were there and you had one of these little handles, because you were positioned there, well, it was down to you then to thread the cord through it and then to lower the coffin into the hole. And because it's a brand new plot that my dad had organised, he's the first in there, so it's a long way down. And the undertaker next to me, he said, don't wrap it around your hand. And I was thinking, oh, why not? Why not? For obvious reasons, it would have pulled you in. So luckily I thought, why would I do that? As I hurriedly unbound my hand from this twine, this thread, ribbon, whatever you want to call it. I was reminded of Quint in Jaws, where they've already put a couple of barrels on the shark and they're trying to tie it off on the cleats. Brody, give it room! And he's saying, yeah, I've seen homes full of them, knuckles torn out of the bone, because the shark runs, you're going to lose your fingers, you know. I was reminded of that, which I thought my dad would quite appreciate as well. But I'm playing this now because he was a massive fan of Dollars trilogy, spaghetti westerns in general, and a huge devotee of Clint Eastwood and The Man with No Name. I think he preferred him as Dirty Harry, but he still loved these movies as well. So that's why I'm playing that now. But so this was really just to kind of address the fact that I've been absent, and if I look at right shambles, I haven't slept for days and days, weeks, I don't think. And I don't even know why. I don't know why. Because I don't think the grieving process has even begun, which is, well, there's a good cheery note there, Kilt-Man, thanks for that. So things are only going to get worse. No. But it is weird. I said about that limbo period, and that when the funeral's been done, the day's over, and then you're going to get the afterwards. But you've had so much to think about between the death and then the funeral. You haven't had time to process it properly. So now it happens afterwards. But when does it happen? And the reason for that is why I'm thinking, when's it going to hit me, is because we're looking after my mum. So, me and my brother are both doing this, and both our families, obviously. So it's again, you're not finding that time. And I don't know how long that time would take, and everyone's different, as I say. But when does it hit? It's hard to go through. So I just wanted to. This is because people have been saying, I'm missing your videos. What's happened? Are you all right? And others have been going, well, I know what's going on, and how are you? And I'm fine. And normal service is going to proceed with as much gusto as I can supply. There was a video taken of the service and my speech, which of course, you know what I'm like, I was, we can put that on YouTube. But then Mrs. Kilt-Man said, no, that doesn't go on YouTube, that's a personal thing. And we did that because there were so many family members and close friends who couldn't attend, so that can be sent to them so they can see all that. So it makes sense. But I'm just thinking, we'll put that out there as well. And my dad wouldn't mind, but no, I will defer to the better decision-making process of my wife. But yeah, crazy times. But folks, thank you so much for putting up with it. Don't worry, don't fret. I'm still here. It's still gonna go on. In fact, in a wee while, there'll be a big warts and all review of The Mask of the Red Death, which has just found a new stellar Blu-ray release from Studio Canal in the UK. And I've watched it, and it is outstanding. And it's the full uncut version. Vincent Price as Prince Prospero from Edgar Allan Poe's classic, and yet very, very short. One of the shortest of short stories, The Mask of the Red Death. But Roger Corman's lavish production is going to receive the huge kilted treatment very, very shortly. So folks, thanks for sticking with us. I know I can count on you, always. And I hope you always feel you can count on me as well. Please do keep it kilted, keep it Celtic, and stay happy. Troubling times, and watch out for bags under the eyes, because they're not very fetching, are they? Although it would go hand in hand with John Wayne and The Man with No Name, because I've got saddlebags, literally saddlebags under there now. So, folks, I'm going to see you all later. Take it easy, y'all.